Remember on Monday, we had that rally in crude oil after the sell-off when OPEC didn't cut production. We've come back to the lows for the week and down 1.6% for the week on crude oil. Gasoline, for the first time in like 5 years, we now have gasoline prices in this country below $2. That one station in Oklahoma City leading the way at $1.99. The trend for gasoline for the last 3 months, as you see, obviously is lower. 10-year yields there were moving higher as they bought stocks. They were selling bonds. The yield on the 10-year up to 2.3%. And David Darst, hidden in all of this is the strength of the dollar, which is wreaking havoc with commodities prices and moving interest rates higher.
Bill, you had the dollar strong during the Reagan years from in the early 80s until they dropped it in order to make us more competitive with Japan in 85. You had another big strong dollar period in the late 90s driven by the internet craze that was going on here. People wanted to get in here and participate. This third big dollar trend, which I think can continue, Bill, is driven by this energy meme, the energy theme, where people want to come in here. Saudi Arabia, everybody is pointing. This week's cover story of The Economist magazine shows a Saudi Arabian with a gas pump in his hand and a shale oil producer. That's the big driver of the dollar as well.
And the feeling is that it's going to continue as well. Thank you,
nice
David.
To see you.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
See you later. Going out, and we are seeing a move higher here, but we are going to finish about 30, 40 points below Dow 18,000. That's first hour of the closing bell. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned. Now, Howard Schultz will be along, talk about some new initiatives to drive foot traffic at Starbucks. All that coming up on the second hour of the closing bell with Kelly Evans. Good weekend, Kelly.
And welcome to the closing bell, everybody. I'm Kelly Evans. And all this focus on Dow 18,000, we've almost missed the fact that we're closing again at record highs here on Wall Street. The S&P going out with a gain of about 2075. The Dow adding 56 points for its part to 957. That tops the prior closing high of 17,912. Of course, we didn't quite make it to that 18,000 level, but that was asking for a lot today. We did have the jobs report to spring off of, though, so let's get right to it now. Here we're setting up for next week as well with our panel. Joining me is Jim LeCamp from UBS, our very own Robert Frank, Kenny Polcari from O'Neill Securities, and our very own Bob Pisani, all around the table. So welcome one and all. A pretty historic day, even though we didn't quite crack 18K. What do you make of it?
What's not to like? I mean, the market continues to claw higher. Today we have good news, and the market responded positively to good news. Didn't